Welcome, 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 everyone, to Sundays Outside, a celebration of Black folks. Yes, my name is Mary Ann Osborne, and I use she, her pronouns. And I'm very excited to be here today with you for another segment of Sundays Outside. Besides being someone who likes to get outdoors as much as possible, if it's out to a park or even a walk in my neighborhood, I'm also an actress, a writer, and the executive producer of the Mahogany Project. So check us out at www.mahoganyproject.org. Now, before we continue, I would like to recognize that I and many of the folks today are coming to you from the land of the Coast Salish, specifically the Duwamish, whose people, past and present, are still here, and we honor with gratitude the land and the people. Thank you so much. Now, today we are going to be celebrating Black activism in this monthly virtual series, highlighting state parks, community, and the awesome things that Black folks are doing all over Washington state. And yes, Sundays outside is like Sunday, like ice cream. So I'm wondering what flavors you have been enjoying. Drop something in the comments section, what your favorite ice cream flavor is, or what you're having today. Today, I'm having a little bit of a chocolate chip with a peanut butter swirl with almond milk. Okay, I'm trying to avoid the cow milk. So do the almond, do the hazelnut, you know. So Sundays Outside is a partnership between Washington State Parks and also Traditional Arts Program and the Golden Bricks events, with additional support from our sponsors, Washington State Parks Foundation, the Wilderness Society, Washington Trails Association, the National Endowment for the Arts, the National Parks Conservation Association, REI, the Trust for Public Lands, and Friends of Seattle Waterfront. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all of our sponsors and all of the partners that make Sundays Outside and all the programming with Golden Bricks possible. So go ahead, like and subscribe here to YouTube. Again, my name is Mary Ann, and as the MC for today, I want to give a special shout out to all the folks that went to the Refuge Outdoor Festival Camp this weekend. Anyone out there who went, maybe you're tuning in. I'm just wondering how it was. I bet it was great. For those of you who don't know, Refuge Outdoor is a camping experience geared toward Black, Indigenous, and people of color. It's centered on building community through outdoor recreation, conversations, music, art. I mean, it's really amazing. I had the pleasure of attending the Refuge Outdoor Festival in 2019. It was beyond wonderful to be together with all these folks of color out in the woods, in the parks, and connecting, camping, and just having fun. And two of my favorite events that year were doing the bike ride We went biking and bird watching, and I've never done any official bird watching before. So we had the Audubon, a guide from the Audubon Society there with us, as well as the bikes, I think through Bike Works. It was really fun, very cool. And also the second thing I really enjoyed was the silent disco dancing. Have you ever done that? Okay, if you haven't, then don't worry, because there's time to do the next Outdoor Refuge Festival coming up the weekend of September 17th through the 19th. So you can learn more about Outdoor Refuge and the festival at outdoorrefugefestival.com. So join us in September. Now, as we celebrate activism today, I just want to acknowledge that activism looks very different for each of us, right? Maybe you write letters to people who make decisions on something that you're passionate about, or you join organizations to advocate for things that are close to your heart. When it comes to nature and the outdoors, well, all of those things work. And there's lots of other ways you might do activism. Me, I like to volunteer with my husband with the National Parks Conservation Association, going to Mount Rainier to clean the beaches. Excuse me, Mount Rainier, there are no beaches there. Going to Olympic National Park to clean the beaches, or maybe planting new plants at Mount Rainier, or working on the trails at the North Cascades National Park. So whatever you do, activism is a wonderful thing, especially as we work to conserve and protect our parks moving on into the future. So let's get going, because we have an awesome show today. Today we are highlighting Miller Peninsula State Park. Now, Miller Peninsula State Park is one of the newest Washington state parks. And I know you're probably wondering what activism has to do with this park. Well, we believe that activism starts with just one action. And you can use your voice today and any day to make an impact at this park and others by participating in focus groups, taking surveys, and attending meetings. And we'll tell you more about that later. So today, we are going to start out the show with Dr. Roberta and James Wilburn in Spokane. And we're going to watch a video and learn more about the work they do. And let's enjoy it.
I am African, not because I was born in Africa, but because Africa was born in me. I am African, not because my skin is black, but because my mind is empowered by Africa. I am African, not because I live in Africa, but because my soul is at home in Africa. When Africa weeps for her children, my cheeks are stained with her tears. And when Africa honors her elders, my head is bowed in respect, and my soul is filled with pride. When Africa mourns for her losses from the Middle Passage, genocide, and disease, my hands are joined in prayer, and my heart is filled with sorrow. When Africa celebrates her achievements, my feet are alive with dancing, and my whole being rejoices. I am African, for her majestic mountains and her beautiful seashores are etched in my mind. And I see the artistic handiwork of my heavenly Father throughout the land. I am African, for I am one with her people because they embrace me as their own. I am African because the music of African tribal drums fills the air. My whole being is in tune with the rhythm of the universe. My feet walk in its pathways, and I I am African because Africa is the cradle of civilization. And it is from her shores that I draw strength and wisdom. I am African because she has given me the lineage of great kings and queens. I am African because I am proud of my African heritage and my African ancestry. I am African, not because I was born in Africa, but because Africa was born in me.
Hi, I'm Dr. Roberta Wilburn and co-founder of Wilburn and Associates.
And I'm James Wilburn, Commissioner. So I provide civilian oversight over Spokane Police Department. To begin with, I was born in a place called the Black Cat Hotel. It was owned by my father. And during that time, in the 50s, African Americans could not stay in other people's hotels. You know, it was segregation. I come from Arkansas, so the segregated South. And my father owned this Black Cat Hotel where I was born. And so the musicians that traveled up and down the Chitlin circuit would stop off there and spend the night, get a meal, and then move on up or down the Mississippi, you know. And they would also play. The band would play for their food and a night's stay. And I was fascinated by the drum, and as a little bitty one, I was playing with a hammer while the music was playing, and I was fixed on the drum. And so when they took a break, me and my hammer took a visit over to the drum, and we bust a big hole in So my nickname all the way, even now, some people who know me call me Hammer.
Hammer.
You know, because I took that hammer and bust that drum. That was the beginning. I became a professor at Lemoyne College in Memphis, and I taught African drumming to both college students and high school students. And we took some of the students in my class to Senegal, West Africa, where we played drums there, you know, and we recorded CDs over there, you know.